Yo, what's good? This is your boy Josh, aka Lil Sweepstakes up in the building. And we are back with another one, man. Kenobi episode 5. I when I tell you, man, that this one was really, really good, it was really, really good. I would like to say that there are people who was talking trash last week and wasn't giving the entire show a chance. Bro, look, I take back what I said last week about it being filler. Of course it wasn't filler, first off. Second, everyone was complaining about not having flashbacks. We got flashbacks. And they get flashback heavy in this episode. So we're gonna talk about it. Cause my God, oh, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I almost shed a tear seeing it. Not only is it nostalgia, but like it's also sad too, because the life of Obi Wan it is absolute hell, bro, at the moment. Cause okay, so we pick up where we last left off. Obi Wan, Leia, Tala, they go to Jabim, and right behind them is the Empire. Now, the first shot that we get, oh my God, it is of Hayden Christensen as Episode 2 Anakin Skywalker. Like, bro, oh man. And like, okay, so a little side thing here. The de-aging, it could have been a little bit better, but he still looked good. It still was phenomenal. And Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan with the long Jedi mullet. That beautiful Jedi mullet, it may not have looked the same, but it was still majestic. Like, bro. Mm. It's oh my God. I really can't tell y'all how happy I felt when I saw that first shot of Hayden Christensen, bro. I wasn't expecting him to be in his episode 2 form, I'm gonna be honest. To be honest, I thought we would have seen like his episode 3 form, like, his mullet, his Jedi mullet. That's the most iconic one. But it's but the episode 2 look is underrated. So I'm gonna give this episode, well, okay, we can't, I won't give the rating yet, but it's just, I have no words. The nerd of me is coming out. And it's for all the right reasons, man. Like, this is why I love Star Wars, bro. It's crazy how many people will talk trash about one episode being garbage, and then the next they will absolutely praise it. And it's I can understand why people were frustrated last week. The episode was short, but this one was short as well. But this one absolutely delivered. That's the thing. It absolutely delivered. It was really, really good, and you guys can't tell me otherwise. But yeah, man, we get flashbacks, and then we get a shot at Vader, who is in his Imperial ship, and then we see Reva, who is who is appointed Grand Inquisitor. Now. Keep in mind that this doesn't last long. Of course, why would it? There's no way that Reva would actually be the Grand Inquisitor for the entire show, right? Like, there's no way that they would do that. Nah. We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, Vader and Reva and a bunch of stormtroopers, they arrive to Jabim. And pretty much what happens is they go to the Jabim and they just tear the house down at that rebel base. Pretty much. This was crazy, bro. Like, a bunch of stormtroopers were going crazy, bro. Like, Leia was in a vent, trying to see why the blast doors were not opening. We get more flashbacks of Anakin and Obi-Wan. And my God, did I tell you, this training duel, and I call it a training duel because it's not an actual fight. This duel, bro, like, it brung me back to the prequels. As should everyone. Like, this was such a good freaking episode. My God, yo, I'm just thinking about it. Like, and there's gonna be people who are saying, where was the energy for the last episode or something like that? But I mean, people gotta wait. Greatest show of all time, right there. It's always the episode fives that are good. With the Book of Boba Fett, we had Mando introduced, and that was so goated. The N1 Starfighter from the Boo, that was goated. What more could you ask for, man? The episode fives. It's always the episode fives. Empire Strikes Back, Mando season 1, Obi-Wan. Episode 6 needs to deliver on the spot. I don't care. It needs to be, well, I can't say perfect because nothing is perfect in Star Wars, especially when it comes to the prequels. But still, it needs to be really good. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, man, that duel was crazy, man. Yo. So pretty much, well, we got to backtrack a little bit. We know Reva's origin story. So, pretty much, Reva was there during Order 66. She saw Anakin there. And that's how we know that Anakin was Vader. Well, that's how she knows. And which I thought that this was easily the most predictable thing. The most predictable outcome. Because there's no way that she would know, like, who Vader is without, learning some backstory. Like, come on now. Yeah, but Reva was there during Order 66. And, yo, when I didn't expect to, like, see a flashback of that. Like, Anakin slaying younglings, like, on screen. Because there was a warning in the beginning of the episode that said there might be some scenes that are not, viewer discretion is advised, pretty much. And I didn't think they'd go that route. Yo, when I tell y'all that, like, I said it last week, I didn't think Disney would go down the dark route like that. We're getting dark moments after dark moments, man, and I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. Like, it needs to show that little bit of realism, and we also need to. Well, oh man, I love the fact that Star Wars markets to children, but they have no idea how dark it can be sometimes. I just wish that Star Wars do what Marvel and DC do and just have some R-rated stuff going on sometimes. I just wish they'd do that, but knowing that it's Disney and knowing that they have a Star Wars as their franchise, I don't know. They might do something with it that not many people will like. But yeah, oh man. Like I said, Reva, she played dead. I don't know how did she survive? There's no way that she could have survived that. Like, Order 66? Seeing your friends get killed all around you? You probably, there's no way! Anakin probably could have killed Reva there. I don't understand it. And, I don't know, man. And my guess is that after Order 66 had occurred, Reva went into hiding or something. And she was later found by the Inquisitors, and that's what had her become a third sister. Man, it kind of. Oh man, if we could have seen something like that in Jedi Fallen Order, bro, I think that would have been the best game of all time. But I know that we didn't see it, and we didn't think of that kind of scenario. But yo, man, this was something. So pretty much Obi-Wan surrenders. We're going back now. Obi-Wan surrenders to Reva. And pretty much Obi-Wan tries to convince Reva to destroy Vader, pretty much. Or try to lure, him to... try to lure Vader by using Reva or something. I don't know. But Obi-Wan was smart for that one. Obi-Wan knew what he was doing, and he executed the plan. And so, he executes said plan, and then he escapes. And then in comes Vader, bro. And let me tell you, Vader is one of the best villains of all time. This man is a menace. Absolute menace. Because, man, yo, there's just so much that they did right with this episode with Vader. Vader specifically, like, oh man, it was cool to see the Anakin flashbacks, but to see Vader technically in his prime, like, oh, it don't get better than that. So pretty much Vader, oh man, and let me tell you, so pretty much Vader, um, tries to find Obi Wan. He sees that there is a ship about to take off, and then Vader grabs it. He literally force grabs it. He doesn't let that thing go off. And that's what brought back. I've never seen that happen in live action before. The Force Unleashed vibes that I got while seeing that. I don't understand it. Like, yo, how could Deborah Chow, I gotta give props to you. I was a little hesitant at first. Everyone was. But after seeing this episode, I think, you've officially become one of my favorite new directors for Star Wars alongside John and Dave. That's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane, y'all. But yeah, but Vader force grabs it and just brings it down. Destroys the entire ship and then sees that nobody's in it until a second ship goes off. Now, why didn't he grab that one? He was too tired from pulling down the first one. Because, pulling down a first ship, that can be tiring. That can take all the energy out of you. And then in comes Reva, about to do the final blow by attacking Vader from behind, in which, come on now, Vader was not going to fall for it. He was not going to let that slide. This man just casually uses the Force on her, bro. This man was toying with her. Like, Vader was not using his lightsaber at all. He didn't use his lightsaber at all throughout the entire thing. Like not once. This man literally was just toying with her, using the Force. Like, and this is what I like. I think there's this thing that I saw where Palpatine said that lightsabers are useless and that the Force is all that they need. I think this is what proves it. We saw it with Maul, we saw it with Palpatine, and we're seeing it with Vader. It's crazy. It's crazy how the Sith, rely so much on their strength and power as to, using a lightsaber as a defensive weapon. They don't need that. They don't need lightsabers, bro. They just need it for aesthetics. They need it to look badass. Like, as for Sith like Vader, Maul, and Palpatine, they don't need that. They have the Force, bro. Oh man. And then we see Reva pull out the second blade, in which Vader takes the lightsaber from her. And let me just tell you, it was only for a second, but Vader with a double-bladed saber, bro, that just looked absolutely crazy. How are we living in 2022 when we were seeing something like that? Like, never did I imagine Vader with a double-bladed lightsaber, ever. But, I mean, it didn't last long. Vader broke it in half, and then gave it to Reva. He gave it to Reva. And this man wanted to see what she can do. She was like, yo, I'm going to toy with you a little bit, but I just want to see what kind of powers you can bring. Like, let's see what you got. And Reva, bro, she tried, but she failed. In which Vader, grabs the sabers, both of them, and we get a parallel flashback, like, back-to-back type thing with Reva in Order 66. And Vader just completely stabs Reva. And then we get a shot of Anakin stabbing Reva. But, Anakin didn't really stab Reva. I don't think that really happened. Actually, it was just a symbolic thing. But still, it was a really cool thing to see. I did see, so I had this little thing. So I don't think I saw Anakin's scar during the flashbacks. I think that was probably I don't know what days they were shooting. Nobody knows. But I think that's a key detail that was missed. I don't think we saw his hair, part of his hair in the while wearing the hood, but I don't know. It's just little things, but it was still good overall. So pretty much the next episode, I don't know where we're gonna go from here, but Yo, if we happen to get that duel on Mustafar or something, that would probably be insane to me. I don't know. I really don't know. But yo, the episode pretty much ends with the Grand Inquisitor returning, in which nobody thought he died. What? Like, it was the most obvious return ever, first of all. But they need to explain, well, I don't think they need to explain how he survived. The man has like two stomachs or something. Two something. I don't know, but the Grand Inquisitor, the true Grand Inquisitor, is back. And he, oh man, I don't know what they're gonna do. And I don't know how they're gonna, I don't know what we're gonna see. Are we gonna see Obi-Wan versus the Grand Inquisitor and Vader or something? I don't know. But man, and then we got the ending. So Reva finds a communicator, which Obi-Wan dropped. Or well, it wasn't Obi-Wan that dropped it. It was it was that one guy. I can't remember his name. But he drops it, and pretty much Reva knows about Luke Skywalker. I don't know how they're gonna, play this out, but man, Obi-Wan senses that something could be wrong, but something could not be wrong. But he thinks it's nothing, but it's definitely something, bruh. Reva is about to find pretty much your son. Well, pretty much your apprentice's son. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Oh man. And episode ends with a shot of Luke Skywalker. So, I'm guessing that Obi-Wan's going to go back to Tatooine. And Obi-Wan is going to find Owen Lars and pretty much find Luke. I guess they're going to be held hostage? I don't know. All I know is that Reva is still alive. How is she still alive, bro? That is plot armor. She has plot armor. She doesn't need it. She is she's not a groundbreaking character. I'm sorry. She's just not. But yeah, she don't need it. And yeah, man. But I'm gonna give this episode a 10 out of 10. It was just great in every way. Some things, could have been better, the de-aging, but regardless, it was one hell of an episode and I really enjoyed it. I cannot wait to see what they do next, for sure. But yeah, man. So I'm going to leave the video here. I need a couple days to figure out what the hell I just watched. So yeah, man. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up because it helps your boy out. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Follow our socials in the description below. And if you want to support the channel, it's also in the description below. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.
Just waking up in the morning, got a girl, she foreign, she snoring, and her name is Lauren. Busy day to day, I have me an orange, and not the way that you if you talking born. Getting on the grind, about to make it shine, not victorious, not like I'm lying. I just stay winning, that's that from beginning, and you'll just be crying.